The Blitz. You're on ESPN San Antonio. Get your brackets done. Basketball season, but guess what? It's football season. A pair of nationally ranked teams going at it this Saturday at Benson Field. We'd like to welcome on UIW Cardinal head football coach Eric Morris, the pride of Shallow Water High. Coach Morris, welcome aboard, sir.
Good afternoon.
So last week we got the rare opportunity to talk to a head football coach in the middle of practice. You had the bye week, so you started practicing in the afternoon, which never do you get an interview with a coach during practice, which was a lot of fun. But you had that bye week after two very big wins. Did you get what you wanted to out of kind of a lighter week a week ago?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I still haven't mastered the art of coaching the bye week, I don't think. You know, and I've asked a million people, you know, do you let them rest? And, you know, the old Tony Dungy just gives them a whole week, lets their brain recover, thinks that's more. You know, Mike Leach wants to practice them all the time because you still more reps to get more prepared against another opponent. So I don't know the perfect science to it. We kind of went right in the middle. You know, I gave them half the days off and then half the days we came. And we didn't practice just incredibly hard, but, you know, wanted to jump ahead a little bit and steal some time. I wanted to send them home for a little bit of spring break because nobody was on campus our spring break, but obviously COVID wouldn't allow that to happen. So we stayed here, we tested. The one thing we did do is they're used to eating, you know, the same food on the, you know, here on campus at our cafeteria. And, you know, we have Chick-fil-A, a couple other Italian places, but we got them good food throughout the week. So I think they were happy with the food. That's what their prize was.
Coach Morris joining us here on ESPN San Antonio. Big game coming up this week. And as you get ready to, you know, play at home, we're going to have some fans in the stands. And by the way, you can buy tickets. It'll be socially distanced and safe, and it's going to be a good football game. Nationally ranked teams coming together. I want to stick with the witchcraft, the art and science of coaching and the bye week. And this was kind of thrown in on top of having a bye season where you practiced every day for months. How do you keep the guys interested in practice when they've done it 10,000 times prior?
Yeah, you know, I think it's tough, you know, because we're creatures of habit. So you want to, you know, do the same thing and be repetitive so they know what to do, when to do. But we did some fun stuff last week. You know, we threw some offensive linemen out into some receiver drills, let them, you know, run around and let the receivers laugh at them, you know, put some of the offensive guys in some tackling drills. Just, you know, so it's not so mundane and you break up the monotony of sitting out there doing the same thing over and over. Obviously, it's got to be calculated because you don't want to get anybody injured during it. I mean, to see an offense, you run them down the field on a fade route and, you know, they take off running like they never have and they jump. It looks awkward and they come down and, you know, your starting left tackle has a sprained ankle on a boneheaded drill that the head coach is trying to do. It doesn't look well. So, yeah, you know, you try to have fun with them. You know, this profession is all about relationships. You want to build great relationships. So we coach them extremely hard when we're out there, but at times it's good to you know, show them a little bit different side of it and be able to get out there, cut up, and have a little fun with them.
All right. Now, Eric Morris, you put it up on the tee for us. Are we going to see, whether it's this week or at some point this spring football season, an offensive lineman catching a pass downfield? Or better yet, one of the favorite plays I see, Jimmy Cuevas seems to run everywhere he goes. Local high school coach was at Johnson, now at Reagan. Double fudge where they throw it out to the left tackle, and the left tackle gets to throw a touchdown pass. Are we going to see any good trick plays come out of this bye-week practice drill?
Yeah, we have a couple in the game plan. So, you know, the one of them's called Raven. And so if you see our singer on the sideline, you know, kind of flapping his arms, and it'll be a tempo play. If you see that, then there's definitely a trick coming right after that. It'll be fun. Some offensive linemen will be at some weird positions. And then you know, we always carry, you know, the typical, you know, a reverse, a double pass. I mean, some of that stuff like that you put in during camp, and, you know, you pick one or two that you practice in the week. And if you get to them, you get to them. I'm not a huge trick play guy. I haven't ran a ton of them since I've been here, but yeah, we have some stuff in the playbook this week.
Well, 2 games and 90 points later, I'm not sure how important trick plays really are to your offense. But you talked about tempo, and your offense. It's not so much about rhythm, but tempo does play a role in that. Where are you guys in the progression stages of your offense? Are you where you should be? Are you ahead of pace because of all the practice? I mean, you're hanging some points up there. What else do you need to be doing to get it even better?
Yeah, I mean, I really like how balanced we are right now. You know, we're not one-sided at all, and so I think this offense has always been built off taking what the defense gives you. And so, I think right now a team, if they're watching us, they're going to have to pick their poison. You want to stay in a too high safety look and, give Kevin Brown the ability where we can have a hat for a hat in the box and really run the football up the gut. Or do you want to, roll a safety down and get an extra hat in the run and let Cam Ward go to work a little bit and throw the ball to different receivers, And two, I think it's nice, that we've been able to really spread the ball out to our backs and receivers. It's not like we're focusing on one position, one guy. We've been able to get different guys, different touches. So, yeah, I mean, I think, if you really do some self-scout stuff, which we did over the break, our GAs do a great job of breaking that down and bringing me sheets and stuff of kind of what a defensive coordinator probably is seeing in us right now. And it's really hard just because how we've been able to get it to different places, different spots on the field, and then we've been able to throw it, run it, and use the screen game effectively.
Well, and that's, I think, probably the challenge for any defensive coordinator. I mean, you look at your running back in Brown, who, over 100 yards in both games, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield, but you're spreading it to so many different receivers. It's not like if we take one or two guys away, your offense is going to stall out. I mean, where is the weakness in your offense when you do the self-scout? Even your offensive line, I don't think in the 2 games I've watched you guys play, I don't see a lot of tackles for loss or gaping holes where the defense is knifing through. I'm trying to figure out where that weakness is.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've hurt ourselves a couple of times, and just we talk about going backwards on self-inflicted wounds, whether that's a pre-snap penalty and us setting ourselves behind the chains and kind of hurting ourselves. And too, so we come out every Sunday, our coaches, we get together and usually we do good ball, bad ball tape. And it's a good time for me to kind of get up there and ask them, what we were thinking during this time. And then you show it to your kids. But now we do a penalty tape and we have to classify, the position coach has to classify the penalty, and the 3 classifications, okay, are effort. And that's the only good one. That's when you get parred. And like, if it's a great effort, you're laying out, saving a touchdown, you grab the face mask, like, okay, we'll pardon you because that's great effort. Number 2 is technique, and technique, just shows that, I mean, that's something we have to work on. We can coach that out of them. We can get better at that day in, day out with these little drills and things that we do. And the 3rd one's classified as dumb. And so the dumb category is not really where you want to be. It's good for coaches, and, you're in a staff meeting of grown men, about 20 of them all, that pride themselves in being pretty masculine. And, you sit there and you say, hey, how do you call it? And it's like dumb. And then you ask the next one, it's dumb. And I'm like, well, if we could eliminate all the dumb penalties that we have, then I think we're getting somewhere here,
So a lot of times, a lot of programs, and they do the helmet stickers for the good stuff they do. What do you give the players when they get the dumb penalty award?
Yeah, they usually get just a lashing in front of the team, and two, I'm a big fan of being able to praise guys in front of the team and really tell the whole group. It's such a football's such a team sport, the greatest team sport in the world, in my opinion. I mean, you got 11 guys working together, offense, defense, special teams, all at one time. One little thing goes wrong, and it's a glaring mistake for the whole entire team. And so I like to really point out the really good things that kids are doing in front of the whole team. And I also like to point out the bad things that people are doing. And sometimes, you keep repeating those things over and over, and the team needs to know that. And I think that, some of the leaders on the team will help get some of that corrected. But yeah, usually not, you don't get like a, I'm not even saying it. No, but just
Yeah, I'm with you.
He's Coach Eric Morris, UIW football coach. The Cardinals got a big one coming up Saturday, 2:00 here in San Antonio. This is do you believe in statement games, Coach?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's always defining moments in every season.
Is this one?
Yeah, I think so. It's definitely the best opponent that we played so far. The first time that we've gotten to play on our home turf. The course of the last 3 years that we've been here, we played typically pretty well here at home. And, just to have our friends and family here to watch us, the home crowd here to watch us, San Antonio people out cheering on a great, spring afternoon. I think the energy will be there. And so, anytime that you got another ranked opponent coming into your place, and we don't get many games this year. I mean, only 6 of them. So, these opportunities are so limited this spring that we have to take advantage of every one of them.
You think about both you and Southeastern Louisiana ranked, but you talk about a statement game. Watching Sam Houston State and Nichols last Saturday, and I'm not sure if you tuned that one in or not, but, the build-up for that game, and I realize that's the game being featured, but they talked, these are the 2 best teams in the Southland, It was 7-7 after one, and then I think 71-17. Sam Houston really rolled it up. They just kept talking about these are the 2 best teams in the Southland. I'm curious, you're sitting on your couch watching that game going, hey, what about us?
Oh, no doubt. And too, I think that just with the youth that we have on our team, everybody thought with us losing our quarterback that it was going to set us back. So just it's fun to me. That's why I loved playing football. Why I got into it eventually. I'm a short guy. I had little man syndrome growing up. I always wanted to prove people wrong. I get this, freakishly crazy sensation over me on somebody telling me I'm not good enough or I'm too small. You can't do this. You can't do that. And I'm like, yeah, well, watch me work. So, and I'm kind of built that way as a coach right now. And I think that's kind of the mantra we carried into that first season. We're able to capitalize on it and win a conference championship. And you feel, you never want to get ahead of yourself. But, I feel this team has that kind of chip on its shoulder right now. I mean, I love the way we prepare. They've really bought into the process of really coming in and getting our work done each and every day, being great students, just doing all the little things right that I think carry over into day-to-day life. And so I love where we're at right now as a program. I can't wait to play those guys. But yeah, that was an icer. I was sitting on my back porch, having a Frosty Bronson and watching the game, and I ended up turning it off at halftime. I was shocked about it. But one thing that's different about this league is I found out it's a bus league, and so you go on these long bus rides, and especially us, ACU, and then the Eastern Louisiana schools have to go on these long 8 to 9 hour bus drives, and so that's something that I've researched it, and a couple of years ago, Nichols, they lost after going all the way to ACU. ACU wasn't very good. So those are 2 really good teams. It's kind of one of those weird fluke games. We'll have to play great to beat either one of them.
Getting off a bus after 9 hours, especially in this situation, that cannot be easy. And you do have to plan for things like that. One of those things that when you get into coaching, you don't even really consider. First of all, let's talk about the team you're about to play. It took a Herculean effort for Southeast to win last week. Had to block 3 kicks. Was it something peculiar that they were doing on special teams, or was it just kind of a screw up on the part of the kicking team? And is your guy ready to get it off a little bit quicker?
Yeah, bad execution, I thought, by the kicking team. But to get 3 of them, surely the coaches are over there trying to make adjustments and making substitutions wherever they needed. So, that's something we've spent a great deal of time on this week is, spending some extra time on all of our kicking units, make sure we have those gaps secured up. And our first year we lost a game at the end of the year, getting one of our field goals blocked and returned for a touchdown. So ever since that time, I've spent a little bit more time on that unit and taking more pride in it. But yeah, it's kind of been overkill this week as much as we've talked about it.
Well, and I tell you, if they got 3 last week, they're done for the year. They'll never get another one. They got more than the season quota all in that one game, and it's going to be fun. 2:00 on Saturday. Weather's going to be great. Tickets are available. UIWCardinals.com. You can get your single game tickets for the home opener, again, online at UIWCardinals.com. And I know I'm so looking forward to watching football in person.
Come on, we're excited to see you guys. Hopefully, I think we're at 25%, and everybody listening right now, get online and buy a ticket. And we generally play a upbeat, fun brand of football, scoring 40-something. What was it, 40-something game? What were those two? 42,
You
48?
got 48, 42. You got 90 points in 2 games. Yeah, we can call that up temple.
And they only give up 20. You give up 20 in both of those games. I know that's probably what you're harping on at work, right? We got to get that scoring defense to be a little bit better. Is that what's going on? that defense, man, they're giving up 20 a game.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. So we've been really happy where we're at defensive, but they'll be tested. This is by far the best offense that we've seen, and a little more spread, but it'll be a fun game. Great weather, like you said. Come out and grab a hot dog and a beer and watch some foosball.
Yes, sir. What's the website again to go buy the tickets, Jason?
UIWCardinals.com. Get those single game tickets.
UIW Cardinals, nationally ranked, going off right here in our fair city, 2 o'clock down at Benson Stadium. Go and enjoy yourself. Coach Morris, best of luck to you, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, guys. Good weekend.
Appreciate it. It is so great to talk football in March. UIW Cardinals, 2 o'clock kickoff, Southeast Louisiana. The next victim